Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're carrying on with our House Shell Relore playthrough, where we are still in our war to try and take over the Fingers, but hopefully we can get that done by the end of this episode. We are at 75%. We just really need to get some siege score, not Weege score, so that we can win this war. We are currently about to get attacked by this Valeman army, so we'll get straight into it and see the outcome of this battle. You were separated from your men in the chaos of battle and now find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your forces, you see Lord Ryman break through the enemy ranks and charge you. Your Lord Ryman Waxley of Crabshaw. Okay, let's have a look at you. You're a trained fighter and 50 combat score. But Cosimo Nantaris is offering to fight this for us, and he's a formidable fighter with 125 pairs. So yeah, I think we'll let him do that for us. The mere sight of Cosimo is enough to make Lord Ryman turn and run with his table between his legs. That gives us 10% morale, which is hopefully going to help us win this battle now. We do have 94 gold, and I think our prisoners are about ready to be ransomed as well. We can get 10 gold for this one, and a lot more gold for this one. So hopefully, once we've done that, we can get ourselves some mercenaries, as we are desperate for them. So let's take the ships back to the paps so that we can pick up so that we can hire some mercenaries and bring them over to us to help them in our siege of the paps. Awesome, he's accepted the ransom. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling as tired as when I went to bed. I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone, seclude myself in prayer and meditation. Bah, I'll get over it eventually. Yeah, we'll get over it eventually. Now's not the time to go and seclude ourselves in prayer, is it really? Let's have a look what mercenary bands we can afford, which is not a lot. I know we can't afford a lot with 164 gold, but we'll see what the best band we can get with how much money we've got. With the Sellsword Company here, that's 150. We're not going to be able to afford to pay them for very long. About 100 gold one will be about the perfect amount. So what's the best we can get for 100 gold? Let's have a look. A couple of Dornish spears for just over 100. Their monthly cost is quite expensive. Oh, the Wolf Pack monthly cost 2-4. Okay, and they're only 100 gold to purchase. Yeah, so and they're hosted by Warwick Flint, a Northman. Yes, we'll hire those. 1,000 men, and we've got 64 gold left over as well with that, so that's perfect. So yes, we'll get those. Let's embark the army on the fleet and bring them round to the Northern Finger, drop them off, and we'll carry on getting the Pebble under siege. Whereas our other commander gone, Dracarys, there you are. Awesome, and now our other ransom has been accepted, gives us a little bit more gold to carry on affording that ransom. I did give one of the custom names recommended by you guys in the comments to one of our courtiers. Only one for now. I'll use some more in the future, but we only had one available at the moment, and we gave that to Lord Edwin, not Lord, Sir Edwin, I guess. He's a knight, but he's worshipped Relore, and we've gone with House Pius. So thank you for that recommendation. I loved it. I thought it was awesome, and I've gone for a yellow flame on a red background, so I hope that sigil is okay. Right, let's carry on getting this under siege. I will use some more of the names soon, as soon as we've got more courtiers who have converted. Now Castellan, who is Sir Pyre, isn't doing anything at the minute, so let's get him to just improve defences for now in the paps. There's not really a lot more that we can do at the moment. We are going to have another 1,000 men here though, which is going to give us near enough 4,000 men, which is awesome. That's going to give us a hell of a lot of men, which should give us enough men to hopefully siege Wycliffe once we've got them. It'd be nice if we could get a bit more money from somewhere. Once we've sieged this, we'll take a little look on how the rest of Westeros, west of Westeros, keep getting all my letters mixed up today. I ain't got a clue why I'm so tongue-tied. It's the lack of sleep, I think, from my daughter keeping me up all night. Right, but, yes, here we go. When are they going to arrive? There we go, they've arrived. 3,900 men. Awesome. Just shy of 4,000. That now gives us more men than what the Arryns have, I believe. But we do need to keep an eye on the Arryns. Right, we can move our spy as well now, because he's still in King's Landing, isn't he? Which we don't really want him there. We don't want to be upsetting Stannis. We want to have good relationships with Stannis. There we go, we're getting in the era so we can keep an eye on the Vale forces. And a temple holding is finished construction in the paps. I did that before we even began the series, just so that we could get a red temple built. There we go, 2 stone built in the paps. Awesome. The thing that I like about the red temples, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong guys, but I'm pretty sure you can actually improve the red temples to get men from them, which is awesome, which you can't really do with the Seps and the Godswoods, if I'm correct. So that's awesome, and we obviously want the Red Temples over here to help spread our faith of R'hllor. How much further have we got to go to siege this? Not too much now, if we just forward it a little bit. It's only a level 4 fort. There's only one province here as well. King Edmure of the Trident has inherited Kingdom of the Trident. Another King Edmure? No, Lord, I think it's just done that thing where it cocks up, hasn't it? Okay, so Hoster Tully has died, leaving Edmure in charge. He is married to Lady Paramount Nymeria Sand. Okay, those Dornish bastards always seem to get very good marriages. Sometimes they marry Renly as well, don't they? And I realised with Edmure the other day how many friends he has. It's ridiculous how many friends he has. So Edmure would probably be a pretty decent character to play as, but the only bookmark way you can really play as Edmure is when the House Tully and the Riverlands are completely at the mercy. Okay, and 4,000 men marching to the Paps, which is not good. Not good at all. Do we have enough men to siege the Eyrie? Probably not, and we won't be able to get there in time. When are they going to arrive? And the Paps on the 19th of the 4th moon. Would we be able to beat them there? I don't know if we would. Right. Let's split our host in half. Send 1,900 on the ship, which they should be able to get on pretty quickly, and we need to get them back to the Paps. Oh, there's 4,000 men there, though. They're not going to be able to hold off 4,000 men. We're in a bit of a pickle here. What are we going to do about this? We need to just stand our ground for now and get this under siege, really, don't we? And Jon Stark has become the new Lord Commander on the wall, which is interesting. It's good to see the actual character that should be getting it, that does get it in the books, to get it. We could manage to beat them on the Paps, maybe. After being skillfully treated by Maester Meleria, my friend Abela is feeling much better. Perhaps she is deserving of some praise. Yes, of course. Give her a little bit of gold. It won't cost too much. Keep her on side. Lord Roose, the Leech Lord, has inherited Castle. Okay. Doesn't really concern us too much, does it? There we go. Siege of the Pebble is under our control. It only puts us at 77% war score. Really? Right. Let's get the ships there quickly. We need to get the men on the fleet as quickly as possible and get back to the Paps. How long is that going to take us? We will be back on the Paps by the 12th of the 4th moon, and they will be there by the 19th of the 4th. Okay, so we're going to actually beat them there. We've actually managed to get away with that. I think we're going to beat them there, which is awesome, and they're going to have to march on us now. I can't believe that we've actually managed to pull that off. I didn't think we had any chance whatsoever. So let's, before we see that battle, which I'm very worried about, let's quickly check in with Westeros. So Stannis is obviously now king upon the Iron Throne, and he's got 93,000 men under his control, which is insane. So normally he doesn't get anywhere near that many men as everyone turns against him. But I know he has got 4 rebellions that he's currently dealing with, but they're only minor rebellions, and Dawn, the Reach, and the Westlands are all completely under his control, as well as the Crownlands. So that's pretty much everyone but the Vale is under his control, as the Trident obviously belongs to the North, and the Iron Islands are independent. So he's doing a lot better than he normally does at this stage in the game. The Iron Islands, I believe, are still at war with the North. Yes, they are. Who are the Crossing at war with? Hostile. Okay, no one. They're just obviously separate from the Riverlands still. Are the Riverlands, they're not really doing anything. And how is Robb Stark doing against the Greyjoy? He's got 50,000 men nearly, so plenty of men to push back the Iron Islands. Yeah, 11% in his favour, and he's 12% in favour of beating the Wildlings, helping his brother, Jon. How are the Wildlings doing against the White Walkers, though, more importantly? 37% in favour of King Mance. Okay, now that is interesting. That's really interesting. He's actually doing pretty well there, which is never normally the case. How is Stannis doing in his rebellions? Oh, Stannis had a son as well, Prince Bormund, which I forgot to point out, which is awesome. As Stannis never normally has a second child at all in most playthroughs, not from this bookmark anyway, but so that's pretty awesome that he's managed to produce a son and heir. Hopefully that will make sure House Baratheon carries on now. Let's see if we can pull back this battle. We've got pretty bad morale, but hopefully because of our advantages and the huge disadvantages they've got from the ocean crossing, we should be able to hold off. It's annoying that the army can cross without ships really here. That does annoy. I know they're close, but it does annoy me a little bit. They're far away enough, especially like with Skagos and Bear Island. It annoys me a little bit with them as well. They should be like the Arbor and Dragonstone and Driftmark, in my opinion, where you need the ships to do the crossing. And we have managed to push them back, so that's perfect. So that's great news. So now we can go back to trying to siege some land. But it does look like we're going to lose a lot of men, unfortunately. Hopefully it's not too many. That seems to be the biggest problem in this war. Oh no, we only lost 200. Awesome. So we've still got 3,500 men, and they lost 1,300. Even better. Right. Let's get back onto the fleet. Have we got enough men to siege Sunrise Keep? We've got enough to do Wycliffe, but we need to do Sunrise Keep, really. I know it's the strongest of the strongholds left to the Vale, and also by staying here, we're defending our only area, really, which we really need to do, because if they get the Paps under siege, obviously it's game over for us. So, yes, let's dock ourselves in Sunrise Keep. Stannis Baratheon has had Robert's Warhammer removed from their treasury. Why? Has he died? Not died, has he? Who's he given that to, then? I wonder who he's given that to. God knows. Right, we just need to get something major under siege, and hopefully that will give us enough war score, because we're gaining nothing from battles now. Come on, dock the men in Sunrise Keep quickly. And let's get that under siege. There we go. Yes, we do have enough men, so I'm going to forward things along to get that war score a little bit more under our control. Lord Paramount Harold of the Vale has inherited Kingdom of the Vale and other titles from Lord Paramount Robert of the Vale. Okay, very interesting. But hopefully that's not going to affect our war very much, so we will continue. Okay, so we've managed to get Sunrise Keep under siege. We did lose our Siege of the Pebble, though, as the Arryn army has lifted that siege. They decided to attack us with very few men as well. We've now nearly got the second place of Sunrise Keep under siege, so we'll let that continue. A couple of things did happen throughout the realm. I'm trying to remember what they were now. A couple of people died. Can't remember who they were other than Harold, oh yeah, that was it. It was Doran Martell. So Arianne Martell is now in control there. A load more wildlings died as well, so we need to check in on how Mance is doing there. He is 74 in favour still, so he's still got a very good chance of winning that war. Stannis has pushed back the Dondarians, which is also awesome. Okay, Siege of Moon Green, awesome. So we've only got a few things left now to siege. Let's just assault this. There's only 194 defenders. That gets out under control. We're now at 83%. Let's march around to Wycliffe and get Wycliffe and the Pebble back under, and then that should be enough. This is taking a long time to win this war. A real long time. Your friend Jon Brightstone has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event or just a small private one. Just a small private one for now. And my liege, I'm pleased to report that your errant subject Carl has converted to R'hllor. Right, so guys, we now need a house for Carl, another Vale man, who obviously has sympathy for the Westerosi gods, as they all do. So yep, you guys can come up for a house name with him. I can check the ones that are in the last episode as well, though, that were recommended also, so we will find an awesome name for him now that he's converted. We can make him nobility, or at least knight him, make him a higher lord than he currently is. Right, let's attack this small host here and then go get the Pebble back under our control. There we go, that was an easy victory. We're now on to the Pebble, which should be very easy to siege, as we've already sieged it once. So it shouldn't take much doing. We've got an open council position, a new diplomat. We don't really have anyone for now, so we'll go with Lionel for now. And we'll get him to continue to improve. Actually, let's get him to fabricate a claim on Snakewood, because we can want to expand our land. Maybe get this bit of the fingers as well, because it looks a little bit more better. We're all split up by land, the finger lands that we'd have so far, so it'd be nice to get Coldwater Burn and Snakewood at least. Right, let's get this back under siege. Only 83 defenders, so an easy assault. Perfect. 86%, so we're going to have to siege Wycliffe and get literally everything under control, it looks like, before we can finally win this war. So let's forward along as we get this siege done. Lord Titus the Gallant revoked the Castle of Tower of Dread. Okay. Lord Paramount Edmure II of the Trident has declared Lord Paramount Edmure's blood feud against Iron King Balon the Knife. So, and Tyrion did that also. So it looks like literally everyone is attacking the Iron Islands. Wise Master Yersi II of Yunkai accepted Khaleesi, Daenerys Stormborn's peace offer. Lord Titus the Gallant has formed an alliance with Lord Jason of Seaguard. Okay, there's the last 1900 Vale men. So if we bring the ships around here, we may be able to do the same trick again if they march onto Sunrise Keep. So we do need to get Wycliffe under siege first if we can help it. My liege, I'm pleased to report your current errant subject Jane has converted to the R'hllor faith. Awesome, perfect. She was married to one of our courtiers, if I remember correctly. King Stannis of the Iron Throne has inherited Lordship of Cracklaw Baron. Okay. Yeah, they're going straight to Sunrise Keep. So we're halfway through the siege. We're not going to get that done in time. Let's get onto the ships and sail around and cut them off like last time. When are they going to arrive in Sunrise Keep? On the 23rd of the 9th moon, so pretty soon. What would be the best way to go about this? How quickly will we get there? We're going to get there on the 18th. When are they going to get... Oh, awesome. So we're going to beat them there again like before. So perfect. And we've got the manpower, so we should be okay. We might need to hire a couple more mercenaries. Just a small band, if we can. 20. Well, where's that 500 men gone? Got one here. 50 for 500. Yes, we will hire those 500 men. Let's bring those to Sunrise Keep as well. Give us over 3,000, which will hopefully be enough to get Wycliffe under siege. We should be able to win this battle because of the advantages. Even with the low morale, we've got advantages and the manpower. You are separated from your men in the chaos of battle and now find yourself in the midst of war. As you scan the field and try to rejoin your force, you see Lord Paramount Harold break through the enemy ranks and charge at you. Okay, he's got 70 personal combat skill. Who's offering to fight? Cosimo. Well, we'll let him do it because he is a formidable fighter. It'd be awesome if he gets to kill him. Cosimo and Lord Paramount Harold engaged in fierce combat, but neither were able to get the better of the other. Lord Paramount Harold was eventually forced to retreat. Awesome, thank you very much, Cosimo. It's a good job we didn't fight him ourselves then. King Stannis of the Iron Throne has created High Lordship of Cracklaw Point. Wonder who he'll give that to. Probably one of his bannermen, surely. One of his loyal R'hllor followers. I still wonder who he's going to give Dragonstone to. Will he give it to his son or will he give it to someone completely different? Lord Paramount Harold of the Vale has inherited Lordship of the Bloody Gate. Oh, he did lose an eye though in that battle by the looks of it. He got severely injured and one eye, so that's pretty good. Your enemy, Lord Paramount Harold Aaron, has returned from the Battle of Sunrise Keep alive, but has suffered very gruesome and horrific injuries. Awesome, we managed to maim him. Perfect. Which is going to help us out. Right, we won the Battle of Sunrise Keep. So now let's... We're going to have to take the whole armor, but with it under siege, it's okay. We'll wait for the other 500 men to quickly get here, which should be here pretty soon, and then we can sail back. Actually, I might not sail them round. Or should we? Lord Donald the Black accepted King Stannis of the Iron Throne's peace offer. Awesome. Right, let's have a look. Should we take the whole army by ship? Yeah, we will. We'll go around to Wycliffe. We need to get it under siege, and then that'll give us enough to end this war. King Beren of the North shoots out the title, Lordship of Brightstone. Look, King Beren, what happened to Robb? Robb Stark died of severe stress at the age of 18. Flipping hell. Okay, so that now makes King Beren, and his heir is obviously Brandon. And we've obviously got Rickon as well. Right, let's get the fleet around here and siege Wycliffe. Lord Beren of the North has created the High Lordship of the North clans. We need to get Wycliffe under siege. Right, there we go. 3,000 men, 2,000 defenders. Right, let's forward things along and get this done so we can get it done for this episode. And Lord Brandon of Shadowmoor accepting King Stannis of the Iron Throne's peace offer. My lord, news from King's Landing of a great trial of court. Yeah, I don't really care. It's nothing too important. Okay, we've nearly got Wycliffe under siege. It is nearly under our control, so we can finally finish this bloody war. Victory. 90% still. My goodness. What more can we do? We've got everything we're trying to take under siege, under our control. We've pushed back their army God knows how many times. We're going to have to march on to Coldwater Burn, aren't we, then, and get that under our control. A load more has just kicked off with the White Walkers in the north as well. They've just killed many more wildlings, but surely they've about won this by now. 69% in favour of King Mance and 38% in favour of Jon Snow on the wall. Okay. White Harbour, what's going on with White Harbour? Defending against the Free Folk invasion for the wall. Does that mean that the North are no longer helping? No, they're not. Since Robb died, they're no longer helping. There are a few rebellions now going on down south as well, which is interesting. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on down south. Renly is trying to claim Cape Wrath. Okay, what's the Reach doing? The Reach are defending against Tumbleton Peasant Revolt. Rosby are attacking the Iron Throne. lots going on, but I think we're going to have to end this episode here now, guys. So I do apologise that we didn't manage to take the fingers yet, but surely next episode we will be able to finally take the fingers and expand our realm and then declare for Stannis, hopefully. So thank you all so much for watching as always. I really do appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.